We've got quite an interactive session planned for you. So in the joining instructions, which not everyone reads, it said, please bring a willingness to participate and a pen and paper. So those are two essential ingredients for this session. Someone said to me, you know, this COVID crisis, this pandemic, well, we're all in the same boat. Well, actually, we're not in the same boat. We're in the same storm, but we're in different boats. And really the question is, how do we navigate our boat through this storm? And that's the question which we're going to look at today. And I want to give you some time to think and reflect. So I'm a business coach, and my job really is to ask business leaders questions and get them thinking and help them come up with answers which they will implement. So let me share some slides with you. As I say, we're going to have a conversation for possibility. And I want to start, if I can, with, okay, so this is what we're going to address today. 3 simple questions, but the answers will be different for each of us. What's changing in your marketplace? What's changing for your clients? What strengths and resources do you have? One resource actually is a supportive community such as ORT, fantastic resource. But I'm also thinking of your personal strengths, your experience, your skills, your wisdom, your insight. And my experience of ORT is they're a pretty talented bunch of people. And how can you adapt your offer? Maybe another way of asking that question is, what do you need to do differently to stand out in these times? Our agenda today is, yes, I'm going to ask you to breathe. The reason for that is in these anxious times, it's easy to get tight. And when we are tight in our bodies, we end up rigid and small in our thinking. But we need to think broadly and creatively, particularly now. And a great way to do that is to start by doing some breathing. So we're going to do that briefly. Then I'm going to ask you to reflect a little bit on where you're at emotionally, which also helps you get present. Then we're going to ask these 3 questions, and we're going to give you some time to reflect, and then we're going to break you into small groups virtually to discuss them, and then we'll come back and have a bit of a Q&A. I'd like to start with this curve. It's called the change curve. And what you'll see is it's the emotional roller coaster of change that people go through when they face a shock. And this pandemic has been a shock to the world, to all of us. And I'm thinking in February, President Trump was saying this COVID thing, it's a hoax. Then there was a realization, this is no joke. Then there can be resistance and anger, this lockdown and the restrictions on freedom. And then we go, okay, we let go. Then we start to search, gosh, what does this mean for me and my business, my life, my family? If we've got kids at home, maybe suddenly they're doing virtual schooling, or I've got a kid at university, suddenly can't socialize, can't see his friends. What does that mean? What is the meaning of the changes? And you'll see the steps are numbered all the way to 7 until eventually we move to a new normal. One thing about storms, I used that analogy, didn't I? Boats in a storm. So we could call this Hurricane COVID. But unlike a storm, I think when it recedes, will the world go back to normal? I don't think it will quite. New habits are being established. The world's going to change. So here's a question for you, and because we haven't got much time and quite a lot of people, I'm not going to ask you to share, but I want you to take that pen and paper that you have with you and write, what number are you on today? And what I found is even the most enlightened people, if I can put it that way, maybe they're already internalizing the changes, but they're in a family. What's the family going through? You know, if you're okay, maybe your friends aren't, or maybe you've got a friend, or maybe your own business is really challenged. And I know there's a lot of pain out there. So my question, on your piece of paper, write the number, where are you now? You might take 1 minute to say why. Maybe there was an upset in the family. Maybe somebody's struggling with a health problem that you know of. Why are you where you are? One thing I found with this curve is it's not linear. We take 3 steps forward, we take 2 steps back. We think we've moved forward, we go back. It's more a tangled ball of string than a straight line. Okay. So what I'd like you to do now, please, is settle into your seat. We're going to do a very short meditation. Doesn't matter if you've never done this before. Please join me. Feel your weight in the seat. Put your feet flat on the floor. And you're going to breathe into a count of 4. You're going to hold for a count of 4. You're going to breathe out for a count of 4. And I'm going to guide you. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to leave you to keep breathing. The slide, and if you want to close your eyes, you're amongst friends, please do that. It was an image of mountains. In yoga, they talk about the mountain pose, the tranquility of the mountain. The mountain that's there timelessly. And this time we're in, this too will pass. So take another breath. Allow your busy mind to quiet. You really are amongst friends. Just let yourself be peaceful. Okay. Thank you. So in your own time, just come present. Okay, so that was a little bit of coming present. As a coach, what I found is that when people are in a very anxious state, it's very hard for them to think well. And that's why for all of us, not just now, but in our lives, particularly now, we need to renew and replenish ourselves in whatever way works for you. Okay, let's turn to our task. We had 3 questions to answer. The first question was, what's changing? And I just want to remind you what I've seen happening in the world, and you'll have your version of this. But let me just walk you through this slide. There's more virtual and home working. We're, in my kitchen here, you can probably see. We're all in a lockdown home. Will that change and we'll go back to work? Yes, probably, but probably not entirely. We've established new habits, the Zoom habit, virtual education, virtual shopping, virtual banking. Middle block, unfortunately, more bankruptcies, downsizing. I don't have to tell you this. Part-time working, pay cuts, recession. More stress, certainly, anxiety. Uncertainty, fear. Someone spoke of a pandemic of mental health problems. Less travel. Tourism, and I know this because some of my clients are in the tourism and hospitality business. It's very hard. Less sports events, less concerts, less events where people gather face to face. But at the same time, people are asking some quite deep questions of themselves. We're having to reevaluate. And there's what I see, more interest in spirituality, holistic health, mindfulness, meditation, and less commuting. We're not jumping in our cars. My fuel bill's gone down. We're not getting on planes. And we're starting to question, do we need these expensive offices? And for those of us in property, that has implications, obviously. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, please, I'm going to give you 5 minutes of what can be incredibly valuable time. It's time for you to do some thinking. 3 questions. What's changing in your marketplace? What's changing with your clients? Different answer for each of us. What strengths and resources do you have? And how can you adapt your offer? How can you stand out? There's a lot of noise out there, a lot of people offering all kinds of webinars and things. How can you stand out? I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Actually, I'm going to give you 4 minutes. So please work quickly. Start. Just write, not in bullet points, but full sentences. Grab a piece of paper, answer these questions. And when you dry up, ask yourself, and what else? And keep writing. You've got about another 30 seconds. And don't skimp on the question, what strengths and resources do you have? You've probably got more strengths than you even realize. Okay. Lisa, I seem to have lost my chat box on my view. Not quite sure why. Let me see.
In the bottom strip, where there are a few dots, it should say more.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
And chat should come up.
It's not, but it doesn't matter, actually.
Okay.
What I'm seeing is that we've got 33 people. We're going to divide you into breakout rooms, into 11 breakout rooms. I also see I don't have breakout rooms. This is curious. Have you? Lisa?
No, you've got them because remember, you're the host. So they should be at the bottom like we saw earlier.
Maybe I need to stop share. That's the answer. Okay. Folks, we're all on a learning curve. Okay, breakout rooms. We've got 33 people. We're going to put you in 11 rooms. Okay, so the rooms close after. Okay, you're going to have 15 minutes, but I want to give you some ground rules. Okay. So, here are the ground rules. Don't interrupt. That's the golden rule. This is a time for somebody to share with you. Don't give advice. Very tempting, but don't. Don't problem solve. Do listen to understand. Give people quality attention. That's the main thing. It may sound strange, but just being there and listening will add most of the value. And if you can't contain yourself and you want to say something, say, can you tell me more? And you might also want to summarize if you would like to do that. Okay, I'm seeing we've got 31 participants. So we're going to put you in 10, let's see, I think 11 groups. There'll be maybe less than 3 in one of the rooms. Okay, so gosh, where does it say select number of participants per room? Move all participants, allow participants, breakout rooms, countdown, options. Oh, yes, I got it. Okay, good to go. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to put you in the breakout rooms and you'll get a 30-second warning and then you're going to come back to the main room. And I'm just going to have a look at the rooms here. We've got groups of 3 except Felicity and Merle. I might go and join that group for a second. Okay, enjoy. Looks like we're in a room, doesn't it, Brenna? And is it Selwyn? Asked to unmute. Okay, as host, mute, more, rename, mute all, more. Brenner. Oh, man. Oops. Hello? Oh, for God's sake. David? Lisa, can people speak in the breakout? Yes. Phew. But I can't. Brenna is on mute in mine, and I don't know why she's not speaking to me. I can't seem to. Can you call her? And David Janks. Oh, okay.
I'll try to sort that out, but I don't know. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Okay, stay with it. David? Hello, David.
Hello.
David. Hi, David. Hi. You've been having a silent time. No one to talk to.
Yes, but I'm happy to just watch. I'm not really going to be interacting. I just want to observe.
Okay. Did you want to answer the questions?
No.
Would that be useful to you? No. So are you happy?
I'm happy just to stay where I am at the moment.
Okay, David.
And then
okay.
catch up.
In that case, we're going to drop in on some other rooms, see how they're doing.
Okay, cool.
Good. Thanks, David.
Ilana, hi. All right, and you? No, nothing's the matter. I'm just anxious. Mo has sent me a message, which I only found now, that there's an ORT meeting on. Do you want I want to give you the Zoom contact if you, may I, please? She asked me to give it to you. Yes, but I can't, I'm waiting to get in. It says here, the host has opened breakout rooms. Please wait to be assigned. So what does that mean? You've got to be wait. Yeah. Let me give you the ID. Yeah. Breakout rooms, what is that? Please wait to be assigned. So I suppose maybe they've got too many people, I don't know. No, no problem. Leave computer audio, what is it? Do they have a meeting every Wednesday? At 10, yeah, she said it started at 10. Whatever, I mean, I'm sitting here, whatever you like. She's open breakout rooms. I thought I was getting in.
Okay.
Okay, the ID 850-484-96694. 850-484-96694. You got that? And the password is 235103. Okay. What does it say?
Okay. Lisa, are you back? Welcome back,
Stop
everybody.
mid-session.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. I'm hoping you've had a good conversation. We seldom get uninterrupted time to think. Could you maybe share in your chat box any reflections, insights, next steps, or observations? And let's see what we've got.
No chat. I'm not in the, you haven't got me in the room yet.
No, no, we've ended the rooms.
Yeah, but I can't even see you.
Oh,
I can't see anything. I just see Zoom.
oh. Sonny, Jackie, I can see you. Have you clicked on the bottom left, unmute? Well, obviously unmute, you're talking to me. Have you, is there a line for video?
I can't see a picture. I can't see you at all. So you haven't brought me back into the room. Unless I exit the meeting and rejoin.
Yes, where it says, let's see. Recreate options. Close.
I don't even have an option to exit.
Open all rooms.
Yeah.
I'm going to open all rooms and then close all rooms again. Oh.
I'm in. Thank you.
Are you back? Are you
Back.
in? Jackie?
Thank
Good.
you very much.
It's a pleasure, Jackie. We're all struggling with this interesting new technology. There's a learning curve.
You know more than I do. I did that. Impressive. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me repeat the question. In the chat box, can you write any insights or next steps or observations? You might have found everyone was struggling with different things, or you might have found there were some similar themes. So what were your observations? Please write in your chat box, please. Philip is saying it's a chance for everyone to examine the resilience of their offering. Yes. And Jackie's commenting about working online. Yes. It's a challenge, isn't it? We're both having to think out the box and reinvent ourselves, says Diana. Somebody's saying perhaps it's good to find out what other people are doing and can we help each other by exchanging emails? Well, maybe we'll have a think about that, yes. And Jackie adds how resourceful people are. And what else, folks? What are your observations? Someone says we've been thinking and acting on change. And Beverly says it's interesting how different spheres are affected by COVID and how people are propelled to change, are being forced to change. That's true. Sandy says she had a really interesting discussion, insights, thought-provoking, and how pervasive the changes are across all sectors and the adaptations differ. Yeah, Jackie, we need to accept what is and move on. Yes, indeed. And the future is going to be definitely different. I love this from Sue. I realize I've got more strengths than I give myself credit for. I tend to focus on my weaknesses and lose sight of my strengths. Don't we all? Just going to close the curtain. the session. What I was about to say was that we need to provide hope and direction first. These are 5 tips for leading in this new world. And it starts with us, doesn't it? It's about reminding ourselves of the strengths and resources we have. And one of the resources is communities like this. And we need to reach out, be vulnerable, ask for help, have a conversation, talk to a friend, find a coach if you want. I would say that, I'm a coach. But you know, there's many resources out there and groups, but it takes a little bit of vulnerability to reach out and have those dialogues. We need to coach and empower, much as we've been doing today. Ask questions. Yes, people want advice, but sometimes they just need a good question from us. And listen empathically. I'm thinking we've been doing some of that this morning. Master online meetings, and forgive us, we haven't been perfect. It's been a bit clunky, but we're getting there, and we all need to get there. And we'll get there just by doing it, by trying it. And the last one, replenish yourself. We did a little bit of breathing today. It's about replenishing. We need to be in a good state. This is not rocket science. We need to eat well, sleep well, get a bit of exercise, which we can do now, and calm our minds and get ready to go, to face the challenge and to navigate these waters that we now find ourselves in. I'd like to now, we've got about 10 minutes, throw it open. I'm going to stop sharing screen. And if you've got something you'd like to share or a question you'd like to ask, can you just put up your hand? Can I just see your hands? Can we practice this? This new, okay. Good. So who's got a question? And then you come off mute. So is it Dana? I'm seeing. Unmute. Let's see if I can do that. Yes. Dana.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts about doing things differently.
Yes.
Is that the question?
No, well, I actually invited anyone to share either a thought or an observation. But do you have something or not? I won't put you on the spot if you haven't.
Well, I think we're in a different world, and I think we've all got to adapt very quickly, because we don't have time. We have to adapt.
Yes.
And I do believe that we can be as successful, if not more, if we look for different opportunities, because in a crisis, there is always opportunity.
Yes, indeed.
I really do believe that.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Thank you. Beverly, what's your thought? Let's see if I can unmute you. You need to unmute yourself, Beverly. Okay, Beverly, you're off mute. Let's hear from you. Good morning.
Yeah, I think it's not really a question. It's just I think it was just what I said in the chat. It's quite fascinating how everybody is, like, the ways everybody's been affected by this and what everybody's doing. I mean, I was chatting to Diana, who's in charge of the Cape Seniors, and her challenges have been so enormous around keeping old people connected, sort of emotionally and technically. So it's just, you know, we live in our own bubble of our own issues. And then when you look up and you see what everyone else is facing, it's just very nice to pull your head out your butt for a little bit and just realize that it's not just about you. It's about everyone around you. Absolutely. And what are you going to do to assist? So it was a very good eye-opener for me.
That's very nice. Thank you. Who else would like to put up a hand? Got 2 screens of... Who else has got a thought? I'll keep, Sue? Can you come off mute? Bottom left of your screen, Sue? That's it?
Hi.
Hello, Sue.
What has been amazing for me is I've started this journey. It's an abundance course how to bring abundance into your life in various different ways, not just financially. And it involves meditation, visual exercises, written exercises, and it's completely and utterly opened up so many channels for me in terms of self-awareness, better ways of communicating, being there for others. So yeah, it's just been remarkable. So I would suggest that people look at meditating, which was very nice that we did that little exercise. I found it very calming and centering.
Okay.
If anybody is
Good.
interested, by the way,
Yeah.
I can facilitate a group. You can get my number from Lisa and just WhatsApp me.
Thank you, Sue. Sounds good. Okay. Are there any final comments before we close? And I'll hand back to Lisa and Brenna. Okay. Lisa, maybe I'll hand back to you and Brenna. See if we can.
Thanks, Ron. Sorry, my internet connection is not great at the moment, so apologies if you can't hear me properly. If no one else has got any further comments or questions for Ron, then we just wanted to close off and just to thank you so much for your time, Ron, and for your commitment to our organization as a whole. Just for all the numerous people that you've assisted over the last few years, I think it is now. And just very appreciative for the space that you've offered everybody today for a bit of reflection amongst all the craziness that's going on. So thank you.
It's a pleasure. So it's a pleasure to be part of this wonderful community. Yeah.
Great, and we look forward to seeing everybody hopefully at our next webinar, which is next Wednesday. Same time next Wednesday, and you should have received the invitation. If you're not on our database and you'd like to be added, please just contact Lisa or myself, or you can see anything else on our ORT Cape Town Facebook page. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day.